I saw the fight. I know you guys did too, and I thought Pacquiao won it, but not by 10 points or even every single round. So I think the overreaction's been actually comical to me. Mike, you saw the fight. What'd you think about it? What'd you think about the decision?
It was like when you watch an MMA fight, you're not sure who's winning, but if you listen to the commentary, or I mean, obviously you're sure who's winning if you're looking at it, but when you listen to the commentary, you're so swayed, and the commentary was so swayed to Pacquiao, and of course after the fight, I'm like, how can they give it to Pacquiao? Then I watched it again, and it wasn't as bad. I mean, it was a terrible decision, but it wasn't so egregious that we should be talking about a week later.
How about you?
I'm taking Pacquiao. I thought he clearly won it, but yeah, the commentators the whole time, that's all they were talking about was how devastating Pacquiao was.
And by the way, in a weird way, this is actually good for boxing, which is dead because MMA has been taking over, and now you have a fight, the rematch of Bradley Pacquiao, that people are going to have to see. And as long as Mayweather's in jail and he ain't going to fight Pacquiao anytime soon, you now have a fight that people will want to see. Was it fixed? Who the hell knows, but it's certainly a bad decision. Maybe not the worst decision of all time. Which brings us to scoring and fighting, not just boxing, but of course MMA. And Nate, you've always lashed out about the way scoring is done, specifically in the MMA world, based on most fights being 3 rounds as opposed to boxing. Any ideas if you could change one aspect of how we score MMA fights, what would be the first thing you would do?
Well, it's so antiquated. It was for boxing in the first place and not for a 3-round fight. Doc Hamilton, world-renowned MMA ref and judge, has developed a half-point scoring system. So you'll have a 10-10 round where the round is too close to call, then maybe a 10-9.5 round. When it's one of those rounds it's really close, then a 10-9 round where it's a little bit more of a beating, 10-8.5, whereas right now it's 10-9 means I just barely squeaked by, or 10-9 means I beat the hell out of you. We need some changes.
Roy, you have any issues with how scoring's done in MMA?
Definitely. I think the biggest thing is like I don't like the half-point system. That doesn't really work because you're not gonna be able to educate people. Everybody knows the 10-point system. The easiest way is to go like 3-minute rounds, 5-3, so it's still 15 minutes, but that 1 point can change.
A heavyweight wants to drop it down to 3-minute rounds. What a shock.
And the other thing is to take the referee out of pulling the guys out. If you can't get off your back, you just can't get off your back. So let them sit there for 3 minutes laying on each other.
The lesson here is never let it go to the judges.
Oh, here we go again. The real lesson here is that no matter what the sport is, MMA, boxing, baseball, hockey, football, as long as there are human beings in a position to officiate these things, be referees or scorekeepers, there are always going to be problems. Just like there's always going to be problems between you two lunatics. So you're going to have to get over it. Every once in a while, there's going to be a bad decision. Everyone's going to be in an uproar over it. Just like every now and then a guy misses a call at first base. So there you have it. Stop whining about it.